You know that feeling when you walk past a sad-looking dresser on the curb and you think, I could do something with that? Well, you're absolutely right. Today, we are diving deep into the amazing world of furniture flipping, showing you exactly how to turn those forgotten pieces into pure treasure.
And hey, this isn't just some niche hobby we're talking about. It is a massive trend. The hashtag furniture flip, it has over 4.6 billion views on TikTok alone. It's all part of this huge shift away from that disposable fast furniture and towards something way more sustainable and personal. People are obsessed with these transformations, and honestly, for very good reason.
And at its heart, this trend solves a huge problem. I mean, think about it. So much of the new furniture you can buy is crazy expensive, and let's be real, it's just not built to last. We're talking about particle board and shoddy construction that's destined for a landfill. But the solution? It's thrifted finds. These older pieces are affordable, they're often made of high-quality solid wood, and they're just sitting there, waiting for a second chance.
So yeah, beyond just getting cool, unique furniture for your own home, this is a real opportunity. It's a fantastic way to get creative, learn some really valuable skills, and, you guessed it, make some extra money on the side.
And we're now talking about pocket change here. Flippers can earn anywhere from $100 to over $300 in profit from a single piece. All of a sudden, that curbside dresser is looking a whole lot more interesting, isn't it?
Okay, so how do you get started? Well, the first step is the most exciting one, the treasure hunt. You need to know where to find these hidden gems and, maybe even more importantly, what actually makes a piece worth your time and effort.
The great news is, your hunting grounds are literally all around you. Thrift stores like Goodwill are an obvious starting point, but don't sleep on garage sales and estate sales. Even just driving around on trash day for curbside finds can be a gold mine. And of course, online marketplaces like Facebook and Craigslist are constantly updated with new possibilities. But hold on, before you get too excited about a potential find, you have to stop and ask the single most important question of them all. Is it real wood? This one thing can determine the entire value and potential of your flip. So here's your cheat sheet for spotting solid wood. First up, the weight test. Real wood has some heft to it. It's heavy. Next, check the grain. You're looking for varied, non-repeating patterns. If it looks too perfect, it might be fake. On the edges, look for a very thin line. That can signal a veneer, which is just a thin layer of nice wood glued over something cheaper. And finally, a pro tip, check the drawers for dovetail joints. That's a classic sign of quality craftsmanship.
All right, you've found your solid wood treasure. Success! Now for the really fun part, the transformation. This is where you get your hands dirty, cleaning, prepping, and making the most important aesthetic decision for your piece.
Now, I know it's tempting to jump right to the fun part, but trust me, do not skip the prep work. It is the foundation for a professional-looking finish. First, take off all the hardware. Then, give the whole thing a really deep clean with some mild soap and water. And finally, inspect it for any nicks or scratches and fill them with a little wood filler.
And please, listen to this because it is the absolute #1 rule of flipping. Every single piece requires sanding. There are just no shortcuts here. Sanding creates that perfect surface for paint or stain to stick to, and it's what ensures you get a smooth, durable finish that lasts. This brings us to the big question, to stain or to paint? Here's the simple breakdown. You stain when you want to show off a beautiful, high-quality wood grain for that classic, natural look. You paint when the wood is damaged, or maybe it's made of mismatched woods, or if you're just going for a more modern, colorful vibe. You know, a good flip becomes a great flip in the details. It's the final touches, like the hardware and the protective finish, that really elevate your work from looking like a DIY project to something that looks like it came from a designer showroom.
Sometimes the simplest changes really do have the biggest impact. Swapping out some dated old knobs for fresh, modern hardware is a super inexpensive way to completely change the personality of a piece. It's a small investment with a huge return.
And please, don't be intimidated by upholstery. Sure, a full couch might be a job for a pro, but reupholstering a simple dining chair seat, that is totally manageable. You just unscrew the seat, pull off the old fabric, wrap it with your new fabric, and use a staple gun to secure it underneath. It's really that easy.
Finally, you absolutely must protect all of your hard work. A top coat is non-negotiable. Polyurethane is super durable and great for high-traffic pieces. Wax gives you a soft, traditional sheen, and oil is just fantastic for enhancing the natural beauty of stained wood.
Okay, the piece is done. It's beautiful. And now it's time for the most rewarding part of all, turning that flip into profit. Let's talk about how to get it sold.
Your photos are your storefront, so you have to make them count. Always use natural light. It's just the most flattering. Make sure you show the piece from all different angles, stage it with a simple plant or a book to help buyers visualize it in their home, and definitely include a dramatic before photo. That transformation is your biggest selling point. Now, pricing your piece shouldn't be guesswork. You need a formula. Start by calculating your total costs, the price you paid for the furniture, all your materials, and any transportation. But most importantly, you have to factor in your time. Don't forget to pay yourself for your labor.
Once you have that total cost, the goal is to mark it up significantly. A target of 200 to 400% is pretty standard in the flipping community. This is what ensures you're not just covering your costs, but you're making a healthy profit for your skill and all that effort.
Before we wrap up, I have to make a very important note on safety. Please protect yourself. Always wear a respirator when you're sanding to avoid inhaling dust, use safety glasses and gloves, and make sure you are working in a space with good ventilation, especially if you're using chemical strippers or strong paints.
And that's it. That is the journey from trash to treasure. It's creative, it's sustainable, and it can be incredibly rewarding. So, the next time you see a piece of furniture that looks a little down on its look, remember the potential hiding inside. The only question left is, what will you find?